Hey guys, what's going on? It is Saul over at SUPP UP, bringing you another SUPP UP special. Today, I'll be talking to you guys about why you should ditch your fitness tracker and explaining that you're being lied to. So let's get started. I recently had something remind me about a bit of a backstory for when I originally wrote a blog post about this. I actually wrote a blog post about this a couple years back, and the topic is coming up again, and it's kind of it's a little bit annoying, and I feel like some things have to be cleared up when it comes to fitness trackers. So for the backstory, this is the beginning of last year, and in less than 72 hours after the new year began, I was browsing the aisles of my local grocery store. I needed to buy milk and other stuff, and then I heard it. The slew of New Year, New You fitness ads. You know, it's kind of like, okay, fine, whatever. The day after, I wound up having a conversation with some business associates, one of which had never heard of tally marks. Now, I don't know what this is like for younger people. Maybe this is like an older person thing, or maybe this is something that's, I'm pretty sure like if you're in the military, you know what tally marks are. But yeah, so one of them had never actually heard of the word tally marks. And somehow the conversation spun into something along the lines of, oh, well, why use tally marks when you can use a fitness tracker? With an annoyingly condescending intonation. So exasperated, with a mild twitch in my eye, I shut down the conversation as tactfully and non-condescendingly as possible, witnessing yet another beautifully simple system being phased out with civilization's undying hunger for convenience. Now guys and girls, while I know a vast majority of you that have followed my YouTube channel and my blog since its inception, and bought SUPP UP Noble Gym in a Bag workout guide, already know where I'm going with this. For those of you that have not, and you're just kind of signing on and watching my videos or reading my stuff, you know what to do. The link's in the description below or up on the screen when it comes to the workout guides. Now, I'll reiterate what I said for you guys in the first chapter of the book. Our solution of making things more convenient is inevitably becoming our downfall. The power of convenience has made man lazy, ironically taking away our power of self-reliance. Which brings me to my point. Ditch the fitness tracker. Why? I'll give you two reasons. why. Reason number one, your fitness tracker on your wrist doesn't mean because you can't measure energy expenditure based on heart rate, no matter how much the people who sell that piece of plastic around your wrist will have you believe. There's a lot of skewed research out there in the name of corporate profit, so let's break it down so you get the real picture. Now, exercise experts measure activity in METs, or metabolic equivalents. 1 MET is characterized as the energy it takes to sit still quietly. So for your average adult, this is around 1 calorie for every 2.2 pounds or 1 kilogram of body weight per hour. So for example, a person who weighs 160 pounds would burn roughly 70 calories per hour while sleeping or sitting. Now to take it up a notch, moderate intensity activities are defined as the type that get you moving fast enough, for example cardio, or strenuously enough, for example weightlifting, to burn off 3 to 6 times as much energy per minute as you would when you're sitting quietly, or in other words, exercises that clock in at 3 to 6 METs, or METs. To kick it up a notch more, this means vigorous intensity activities, for example, a heavier weightlifting session or sprints, burn more than 6 METs. There's a caveat to this though. The MET values previously mentioned, like your standard caloric guideline of 2,000 calories per day, is for people of average fitness levels. So they apply to most people by default, but not those who are either in great athletic shape, nor those who get winded walking to their mailbox. Now, Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health stresses this. One limitation to this way of measuring exercise intensity, this way being METs or metabolic equivalents, is that it does not consider the fact that some people have a higher level of fitness than others. Thus, walking at 3 or 4 miles per hour is considered to require 4 METs, and to be a moderate intensity activity, regardless of who is doing the activity. A young marathon runner or a 90-year-old grandmother. As you might imagine, a brisk walk would likely be an easy activity for the marathon runner, but a very hard activity for the grandmother. I'm not going to generalize. I mean, hey, maybe your grandma's more athletic. Maybe your grandma's really, got it going on when it comes to fitness levels compared to other people's grandmas. Now take it out of the context of cardio, and the same goes for weightlifting, bodyweight exercises, or boxing. So for example, let's say your tiny 90-year-old grandma who weighs in at 125 pounds will burn more calories than you, that is you sitting at 175 pounds, if she tries to hammer curl that 60-pound dumbbell for the same amount of reps you do, because it's a higher intensity for her, which will bring her closer to her maximum effort, meaning a harder level of exertion, okay? So the key words here are intensity, maximum, and harder. Alternatively, if you try and curl that same weight, you'll do just fine with a few more reps and sets in the tank. This means for you, it's a lower intensity, easier level of exertion, and less effort, okay? The key words, lower intensity, easier level of exertion, less effort. What's a warm-up for you will wind up with Granny thinking she needs to go to the hospital over a serious case of DOMS, or just her going to the hospital in general. I take this example and apply the METS measurement to it, designed for average people, right in the middle of both Granny and you, and both of you will have to change things. In order to measure Grandma's energy expenditure against the METS measurement scale, she'll have to increase intensity, and you'll have to quit showing off and decrease intensity. Put simply, it depends on how efficient you are, keyword being efficient, in a given activity. Someone obese will burn calories just walking around their house, while if you're athletic, you'll barely get your heart rate above resting. This is because your body is efficient at using oxygen, so it requires less oxygen. Less oxygen means less calories burned. Generally, it takes 5 calories for 1 liter of oxygen. So if you need less oxygen, drum roll, you burn less calories. Conversely, if you need more oxygen for the same workout, you burn more calories. The heavier you are, the more oxygen you suck. The less in shape you are, the more oxygen you suck. So by default, bigger bodies need more oxygen, but less efficient bodies do too. A heart rate monitor won't and can't measure that for you. METS measurements will, but only if you're average. If your heart rate is shooting way up in your workouts, you're not as athletic as your fitness tracker may tell you you are. You're just out of shape. This is why I recommend to people when they're trying to gauge how intense their workout is and how long they should rest, to ditch the fitness tracker and just do this. Go until you can't, stop until you can. This doesn't mean take the easy lane and coast either. So basically, go hard, rest, go hard, rest. Wash, rinse, repeat. And stop being afraid to look in a mirror. Alright. Reason number 2. Fitness trackers, it's a very civilian way to think and do things. If you're active duty or you've ever been in the military, you'll know exactly what I'm getting at here. Athleticism has been around since the beginning of mankind. The Romans excelled at it. Originally required for the very creation and advancement of civilization, it's now somehow become a recreational hobby of some sort, a status symbol, for lack of a better expression. Social media is plagued with gym selfies and videos. There's always that handful of people who are exerting the muscles in their fingers on their phones more than any other muscle on actual gym equipment while in said gym. With mass commercialization, sometimes it feels like it's lost its edge, getting lost in vanity instead. For me, like hunting or fishing, athleticism allows us to tap into our primal instincts, our survival skills. Everything before the constructs of civilization were formed and the rule of only the strong survive prevailed, allowing evolution to take its course, cruel as it may have been sometimes. It's a tool to test your mettle, a unique, irreplicable method of tapping into and discovering your own power and the limits therein, then breaking past those limits. It doesn't require anything but your body, mental strength, and an even stronger will. And so it befuddles me when I see something so pure and raw being fused with completely unnecessary tech. Fitness trackers, in my opinion, are just another way to make our brains lazy and ourselves dependent on the mass variety of tech that corporations pump out year after year. This may sound like I'm getting political, but I assure you I'm not. There's no fault in keeping track of your progress. On the contrary, I thoroughly encourage it. But in the name of all things holy, do it without all the bullshit. Technology has its upsides in improving our progress, but it's still good to learn and remember how to do things with the basics. Think about what you'd do if you didn't have access to the tech. You already have a tracker. It's called your brain. Sprinkle in some old school, time-tested knowledge, a dash of common sense, and guess what? You've become fitter and smarter, and the only thing that does get a bit fatter is your wallet. Fitness trackers are another way of keeping us plugged in and switched on, but working out is about the opposite. It's about getting in touch with yourself, switching off from the day-to-day and unplugging, tech detoxing and maintaining self-reliance, in my opinion. If you have time to stop and fiddle with a fitness tracker, your workouts aren't that intense. Learn to track your workouts yourself and keep the pressure off. Minimize the anxiety tech already gives enough people today. No worrying about if your battery will die. Stop starting your workout to enter info on your phone, being interrupted by notifications, etc. Get in touch with your body, listen to it, keep things simple, and you'll naturally fall into auto-regulation over time, something I'll be expanding upon in depth in my upcoming book. Really want a fitness tracker? Buy a stopwatch, preferably Seiko, a notepad and pen, a Swiss Army knife. Use the first one to track your runs, time your rest periods between sets, and more. Use the second one to track your reps and sets using the tally mark system. Use the third one if you so happen to be in the woods and you don't have a pen or paper, but you have a big tree next to you, and there you go. That was a joke, but also an option. Now, if you really want to monitor your heart rate, use the 15 times 4 method, not the strength training method, which is different. In other words, for 15 seconds, count how many times your heart beats by measuring your pulse at your wrist or your neck. Multiply it by 4. That's your current beats per minute. From there, you'll learn to pay attention to your body and feel the different intensities, rather than just relying on some tech. Do you really want to count calories? Unless you're looking to do a caloric deficit for fat loss, don't do it. Just think protein, carb, and fats. Get back to eating the way it was intended. Make sure you're not being a lazy ass when it comes to expenditure and working out, and you'll never have to really concern yourself with counting calories again once you get the swing of things. That's it. It was always meant to be that simple and always should be. There's other little things that you learn along the way, but the bottom line is you don't need another piece of rechargeable tech to do something that's been done for what feels like eons. SUPP UP is all about stripping away the inessential, so you can cope in situations where accessibility and time is least. Learn to do that, and you can focus on the stuff that matters, getting better at whatever aspect of your training it is that you choose to focus on. Have a great week and keep it simple, stupid. If you like this video, share it, subscribe, and comment below. If you really like this video, but you don't have the SUPP UP guides yet, go ahead and buy them over at the SUPP UP website. The link is in the description below and up on the screen. They cost less than the shirt on your back, but unlike that shirt, the knowledge gained lasts a lifetime. Now, if you've already bought the guides, hey, thanks, then go ahead and check out the other gear in my shop. From nutrition supplements to apparel, you can pick up some whey protein for your next workout, new threads for that sleeve-splitting arms day, or something else that'll help you remember that when it comes to fueling and training your body, once you learn how to, where you are matters less. Every item, the material, color, style, ingredients, and quality are all handpicked by me, so if I won't wear it, eat it, drink it, or read it, I will not sell it to you. It's that simple. If you go ahead and get the guides, you'll discover recipes with nutritional breakdown in each of the nutrition guides to make things nice and easy, and that's available under the snacks chapters, and previews of the chapters are available in the shop. With the workout guides, you'll get in-depth customizable workout plans with breakdowns of how to effectively and efficiently train your muscles no matter where you are. And all guides teach you how to eliminate worries or concerns about getting the nutrition and strength and conditioning you need to stay fighting fit for when you're deployed or at home. And that's it, guys. Drop by next time for another great video to add to your workout and nutrition arsenal. And most importantly, stop doing guesswork, start making the necessities of your life easier. Because if you know how to fuel and train your body, where you are matters less. That's it from me. Have a great week, weekend, whichever. Peace.